Hey everybody, it's Ian the Off-Kilter Crafter. I hope you're having a great day today. It is May, so it's time to recap everything that happened in April, and it was a lot. Some things you do know about, and some things that you don't know about that are in flight and in progress and working. There's a lot that's happening behind the scenes that y'all don't know about quite yet, but don't worry, all will be revealed as we go throughout the rest of this year. And yes, I am working on stuff through the rest of this year into next year. It's been a crazy, crazy time for me, but I'm so excited to talk about that. Talk about all the things that happened in April. So let's go ahead and get started. Starting off at the very beginning of the month, I drove up to Pittsburgh to attend the Three Rivers Quilt Show. I had two quilts in that show. I had Showering Stars and Daydreamer Butterfly Effect. Both of those quilts were in the show. And I did win a honorable mention ribbon from the Showering Stars quilt. That one actually won this ribbon. Let me see if I can point to it. I'm looking at the monitor. There it is right there. You see the little half of it right there. It was such a good time going to that quilt show, and I want to thank the Three Rivers Quilt Show crowd for being so gracious to have me there, and just like they were super interested about me and what I've been doing and all the things. They were super nice and wonderful, and I hope to see them again in the future. Would love to go hang out with them some more. But it was a really great show. It was on the smaller side, but still, it was a great show and lots of amazing talent. Honestly, some pretty high level caliber quilts in that show. So really excited to have gone to that and seen it and get a ribbon, you know, add to the collection. It's super awesome. And yeah, hopefully I will get the chance to go visit the show again in the near future. Also this month, I finished sewing together my Improv Quilt Top. It's a mini quilt, so it's not very big, and I had the chance to actually quilt it as well. So it is all sewn together. I just need to find some kind of binding to put onto it, or I may face it. I haven't decided yet, but I've at least put the quilting in and can now decide how I want to finish it out. As many of you know, I'm not a fan of improv. Well, at least I wasn't until Becca showed me how easy it was to kind of play around and experiment with that improv quilting. So I finally have added improv quilting to my tool belt, and we'll be doing that again in the future. You can probably see some of the scraps back there that I can use to give you some examples. But yeah, I actually really kind of enjoyed that project. A lot of times when I'm working on, when I think of improv, it worries my brain. Like my brain just can't quite handle not having full control over everything. And honestly, this project really helped me kind of let that go and relax a little bit. It was really fun to just pull pieces and sew them together in any combination and order. And I think I might be doing some more of that in the future. Who knows? I may even take this one and enter it into QuiltCon because, you know, I kind of feel like improv is one of the, I don't want to say specialties of QuiltCon, but there seems to be a lot of improv that happens at QuiltCon. So who knows? Maybe you'll see that mini quilt at QuiltCon. Also this month, Becca and I had our very first guest on the Sew Off Kilter podcast. Rachel from Crafty Monkeys, also the Breaking the Blocks podcast, joined us for a really great time, and the conversation was wonderful. We had a great time interviewing her, talking with her, and we will definitely have her back on the podcast in the future, but we are so excited. We told her whenever we started up the podcast, or like we kind of, I don't remember which came first. It's like one of those chicken and egg situations. But anyways, we told her that she would be the very first guest on our podcast, and I'm so glad that we waited for her and got the technology to make that happen. But it was a great interview, lots of fun, and if you haven't already, make sure to go check out not only that podcast, but of course the Breaking the Blocks channel and all of the wonderful podcast episodes that she has over on her channel, including Becca, myself, Josh from Lifting and Stitching, and so many more. And now that Rachel has been on our podcast, we will be, of course, inviting more people onto the podcast. It's not going to become just an interview channel, though. We want to make sure to keep Becca and I in clear focus, but we will definitely be adding some more interviews in the future from all sorts of different people across all kinds of fields. So super excited to now start working those into rotation. Another project that I finished this month was my A Place for Everything bag, and there was a very good reason for finishing out. But before I get there, I love that I finished it, and I don't know if I will make another one of these bags again. The pattern is, I mean, the pattern's good, but it is definitely a very intense pattern. You really ought to be a expert level bag maker if you want to make it. Definitely not beginner friendly. But I'm very proud of myself because I did stick with it. I've worked on it multiple months, probably even 6 months at this point. A lot of months. It took a very long time, but I love how it came out, and everybody's commenting on how well they feel I did with it. It's one of those projects that was just kind of a little bit at a time. I would work on it a little bit, and then the project would go in timeout. I'd work on it a little bit more, and then it would go back into timeout. I like that in my bag I combined both vinyl and mesh pockets to give me a variety of spaces for all kinds of different tools, notions, thread, rulers, small rulers, stuff like that. I really have a very versatile bag with all kinds of storage solutions for many different items that need to be packed up. And speaking of packed up, I went on my very first quilting retreat. So since I knew I was going to have that sewing, so since I knew I was having that quilting retreat coming up, I really wanted to finish my bag, and I'm so glad that I did because it worked perfectly for taking on that retreat. Everything packed up very nicely and organized. It was really great to have that at my workstation and be able to, you know, if I needed a certain tool or a certain marker or something, I could just reach into the bag, grab it, and have it at an easy to reach location, and also kind of centralized as well. Plus it looked really nice sitting on my table. That Tula fabric was a perfect choice in my opinion. But yes, I did attend my very first sewing retreat. Becca and Mary were also in attendance, and guys, I have to say this has been the most awesomest experience ever. I don't even know if that's a word. It was an awesome experience. I haven't been on retreats before, normally because long ago I was working a Tuesday through Sunday schedule, which really wasn't that conducive for me to be able to go on retreats. And honestly, there just hasn't really been a lot of retreats that I've absolutely wanted to attend. This one, though, was an exception, and I'm so glad that I went. It was so much fun. Lots of crazy shenanigans happened during the time of the retreat. I dressed up in multiple costumes. I even did the Cotton Cuts Puzzle Mystery reveal of Wild West from that location as well. And so there was a lot going on. I wanted to work on a lot of projects and get a lot of things done, but unfortunately, since I had never been to a retreat before, I didn't quite know what to expect, and I may not have gotten as much done as I was hoping for. I really wanted to work on my Halloween legit kit that I've had sitting around since the time that I moved to Virginia. I wanted to get that finished at this retreat, but unfortunately I totally forgot about the social aspect of a retreat. And I spent a lot of time talking and enjoying myself, and so there may have been more talking and gabbing and socializing than there was actually sewing for me. But I still did get a few more pages done, and hopefully I'll be able to continue working on that. I'm going to make that a high priority for myself so that way I can get that one finished and maybe even quilted before Halloween comes around this year. All in all, though, the location was gorgeous. The retreat was so much fun. I made wonderful friends and cannot wait to hopefully do another retreat in the future. I found out new games. I learned new games like left, right, center. There's new phrases that have now become standard vocabulary. And yeah, it's just, I don't even know how to express how much fun it was, but it was a lot of fun. And like I said, there were a few shenanigans that took place.
Oh my god! It's so pretty.
Now, one of the projects that I did finish was a Progress Pride flag top that is a wall hanging size. So I'll be turning this into a wall hanging when it's all said and done. But I was able to finish the quilt top for that, and I love how it turned out. This was a kit that it is a pattern from Geeky Bobbins. I can't remember where I bought the kit from, but I chose to get a kit because I don't have a lot of browns and blacks in my stash, and I needed a whole bunch in order to put this project together. So I bought the kit, and I think a lot of you out there have a lot in your stash that this would be a perfect project for. And with June coming up quick, it's going to be a perfect project for you to work on and hopefully get finished before the month of June. Of course, that's Pride Month, if you didn't know. So I can't wait to hopefully get this one finished. And I'm crossing my fingers I'll be able to quilt and bind it and get it ready to hang before June, but we'll see how the month of May goes. I almost forgot. I actually saw it when I glanced over my shoulder here. You see this pile of quilt tops that need to get worked on, but at the very bottom of that pile is the Spin Me Round quilt top that I worked on. I actually spent 2 live streams this month, well, in April, working on that. And it is finished, and I now need to just quilt it. So I'm glad I noticed that one. That's another top that I finished this month. And it turned out pretty cool. It's using some Tula Pink Roar fabric, and it's very pink and purple. I'm not going to be keeping that one. I'm definitely going to figure out if, I don't know if I'm going to give it to a friend or if I'm going to do a giveaway with it. First of all, I've got to get it quilted though. So that's going to be the next part to it, is getting it quilted. But yeah, I finished that quilt top, and I almost forgot about it, but I'm glad I didn't. It's sitting right here as well, and I kind of breezed past it a little bit, but I did finish the Cotton Cuts Puzzle Mystery Quilt Wild West, and yes, I did take a guess to see if I could get it right, and I came darn close. 99% is what I'm going with. I just had the cornerstones. They were turned a little wrong. It's okay though, it all worked out in the end, and when I looked at the directions and actually saw how they went, I was like, dang, I missed it by that much. So I got it 99% complete, I feel like, so pretty happy with the results, and I honestly love the colorway that I got for this one. It's one of my favorites. So now it's time to quilt it up along with the other items that I have over there. Becca's long arm is going to be pretty busy for a while. So there we go. That's what I worked on during the month of April. It was a very busy month, but some of you have been very busy out there. Let's go ahead and check out some of the projects that caught my eye from the month of April. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this month. Don't forget, May 2nd, a very exciting announcement is coming out. You don't want to miss that, so make sure to tune into my YouTube channel. There's going to be a really, it's a big one, guys. It's a really, really big announcement. I can't wait to finally share this secret with you. It's been really hard holding on to it, but I know the moment you hear it, you're going to get really excited. I hope everybody has a great day, and remember, guys, normal's just a setting on the dryer. Bye.